What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. And it is Friday. This is the first stream or video that I've made since last week. Honestly, just primarily, it was a crazy build up to the SAT. We made so many videos, just so much happening. So it was a really busy time. So we've taken a little bit of a break, about a week hiatus, but we're back. Obviously, lots of new content, and we got this whole string of SATs coming up in May. Then in there's also usually the April school day one. There's June, so a lot of good stuff. Hey man, you're welcome, Job man. You're welcome. So, anyways, I wanted to come back and do a quick video, do a quick live stream, connect with all you guys. Yo, what's up? What's up, SCR9? So we're gonna do one of these mini tests. I've done a bunch of these. I think this is the 33rd one that I've done, which is crazy. So we've done so many. What's up, Penguin? And I also want to take a second to, so I wanted to talk to you guys about the March SAT. Let's talk about that reading section really quickly. I don't know. I thought it was the hardest reading section I've ever taken. That's me personally. That first passage was very difficult, I thought. I would not be surprised if it was just one of my lowest verbal scores overall. What's up, Jasmine? So I thought it was really hard. I do want to talk a little bit about the math. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought it was a challenging math section for sure. I noticed a couple of things. I'm going to talk more about this when I do the score reveal next week, but there was a couple of things that I've noticed, a couple of trends that the College Board seems to be following. Number one, what's up, Kurban? Number one, I think they are now doing more of those geometry type proof problems. What is sufficient to prove this? What is necessary to prove this, etc. They did have a question like that involving similar triangles, which was interesting. They also seem to be, and obviously I'm not talking about the super specifics, right? But just generally like the concepts, I think there's more of an emphasis on some different, like, I don't know. I'll be able to talk about it more once the test is released and we can kind of see the nitty gritty of the questions. But I'm noticing some interesting trends. That being said, I did think it was hard. I thought it was a hard math section, so we'll see how it goes. But that's a good thing for you guys. Oh, wow. March SAT was copied from 2021 March SAT International. Interesting. I did not know that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens on the score side for everybody. But I think generally that means it'll be a more generous curve. Okay. Without further ado, we're going to jump into a mini test. This is no calculator. So we are going to just hit it and go for it. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Which of the following is equivalent to the above expression? So let's see. What did they do here? 20. What? This is so weird. This doesn't even make sense. The only thing is this. I've never seen a question like this, but all they did was they changed the order. Super weird. Not typical of an SAT. Whoops. Not typical of an SAT problem, but all right. Like I said, sometimes that happens with these. Yeah, and by the way, Evan, I will talk more about the March at the end if you want. Imani's grandmother's house is 5 miles west of her own house on Main Street. So Imani's house is 5 miles west. Or grandmother's house, sorry. Grandmother's house is 5 miles west. So we'll go like this, and that's 5. While at her grandmother's house, Imani decides to ride her bike farther down west at 10 miles per hour. Which of the following, and that's at 10 miles per hour, which of the following, which equation best describes distance from Imani's in D in miles, Imani's from her home after T hours? Got it. So it's 5 is the constant. I should erase this. So 5 is the constant, and then it's 10. It's plus 10t. Like every hour, she's going to be an additional 10 miles away. So D is the miles, and let me just make sure. So how many the distance from her home? Yeah. So it's starting at 5 when that's 0, and then it's increasing farther west. Boom, done. This one. A of x equals this, B of x equals this, which is the sum. Okay, we're going to add like terms. So this adds to this. That's negative 6.5. Well, let's do it like this. 14 halves, negative 13 halves x squared. Then negative 1/3, negative 2/3, that's negative x. And then 3 halves and negative 7 is negative 5.5, which is, what is that? 5.5, 11 halves. What is it? Did I say negative or positive? Negative 11 halves. Oh, but they put it, well, that's annoying because they have it in both formats. But it looks like it's this one. So they made it decimal, negative 6.5 x squared. minus x minus 5.5. B is the winner. So again, like these where you add them together happens. Where they mix it like this, decimals and fractions, I'm just telling you what I see on the real SAT, and that's the disconnect between Khan Academy and College Board. I think some of the Khan Academy people who write the problems, they don't pay so much attention to the super details, or maybe it's intentional, I don't know. Okay, consider the table shown above. What does it have? F of 4. So this is a composite function. So first I'm going to find what f of 4 is. F of 4 meaning what is the value, function value when x is 4? It's 0. So I'm going to rewrite this as f of 0 because now we're plugging that in for x again. So f of 0 is 2, so 2 is the winner. That's how we do those composite or nested functions. What is the possible range of values of 4x plus 5? Okay, so again, it's not x. They want 4x plus 5. So there's a really simple trick here. If I divide everything by 2, I get negative 10 is less than 4x plus 5, right? 8x divided by 2 is 4x, 10 divided by 2 is 5, is less than negative 4. So the range is from negative 10, so greater than negative 10, less than negative 4. B is the winner. That's it. Done. Okay, next. And we got this one. In one state, a minimum of 246,000, blah, blah, to get a voter initiative added to statewide ballot. Signature collects can fit 25 per page. They estimate that 61,000 of the signatures they collect will not be valid. If P represents the number of pages of signature, so 25 per page, they should collect in order to get the voter initiative, which is the fine. Okay, so they get 25 per page, and then you have to minus the 61,600 that are going to be invalid, right? And this has to be greater than or equal to 246,400. Okay. 25. It is this one right here. So do you see, I like to make my own inequality and then I check it out. All right. March 23rd. Somebody said, Jasmine, you're taking it March 23rd. Awesome. Good luck, Jasmina. Okay. Boom. C is the winner, right? Did I say C? Yeah. All right. Next. Which of the following shows the graph of the equation, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So your normal equation is this actually, square root of x. But then it's negated. So the first negation is a flip across the y-axis. That's when you apply it to the x. And then this negation outside to the whole function flips it across the x-axis. So it should look like this. Let's see where it is. So that's D. Now I'm gonna prove it to you another way in case you're like, I don't remember how the transformations work. You could be like, all right, well, let's do a couple values. You can't plug in positive numbers here because it'll give you a square root of a negative, and that's no good. So you can only plug in a negative x value. So this makes sense. So does B. So let's say I plug in negative 1. So if I plug in negative 1, it becomes positive 1. Square root of 1 is 1, and then you negate it, and you should get negative 1. So it's scaled by 2. So negative 1 is like that point. Then I'll plug in another number like negative 4. So if I plug in negative 4, I get square root of 4, which is 2, but then you negate it, and check it out. Negative 4, negative 2. So now I've confirmed 2 points. I'm very confident D is the winner. Done. Number 8. See how much time we have. Okay. In the, no. In the figure at left, point C is the center of the circle, and line segment CD is perpendicular. AB bisects point at AB at E. It is known that AB and CD have a length of 10. AB and CD have a length of 10. Cool. What is the length of CE? So it's this length here. And what we'll do is we'll go like this. We'll go like this. And I know I'm going to have to do something with this because these are all radii. Wait, what am I trying to find again? CE. Oh, this little distance here. Got it. So AB and C. Yeah, so the radius is 10. So these guys are 10. These guys are 10. Then this thing is 5 because it's bisected. So I put a 5 there, a 5 there. And then CE is like, this is a equilateral triangle because I know that this whole thing is 10, right? So this is cut in half. It's a 30, 60, 90. And that means this side is opposite the 60. So it's this length, the little guy, times the square root of 3. 5 square root 3. D is the winner. Boom. Okay, number 9. And we got this one. P is this. Given that negative 89 is a double zero of the polynomial above, which of the following could be the graph of the equation? Okay. So what it is they're basically telling us nicely that this factors into this probably. It's a no calculator section, so, I'm sure that's what it is. But what does that mean when it's a double zero? That means at negative 89, it should bounce like that. But then it should only have one more zero at 30, not negative 30. So A is out. Nope, 2 zeros. It should bounce. It's this one. So it's basically, hold on, let me undo this. So it's basically, it's going up and it's bouncing, and then it penetrates at 30. And so this one looks right. The other way we can think about it is you can imagine for really large values, it's going to go towards positive infinity. That fits this, right? For really negative values, it's going to be a negative times always a positive because it's squared. So it's going to be really negative values. So those end behaviors fit as well. All right, number 10. Here we go. This one, for what value of B does the system of linear equations of variable m and n have infinitely many solutions? All right. That means that, okay, so that means infinitely many, it means that these two would be equivalent. So I'm going to simplify the one on top. So 7m minus 8n plus 24. You see I distributed the negative with that, equals 6 minus 4n plus 8. Okay. And then we're going to combine like terms. 7m minus 8n plus 24 equals 14 minus 4n. And then the bottom one is pretty simplified. So we need them to be exactly equivalent. Let me think about this for a second. And the bottom one is negative. Okay. So okay. B has got to be negative. What? It's going to be a negative. Hold on. Let me figure this out for a second. Negative bm plus 2n equals, oh, I got to combine like terms on the top. Sorry. Let me undo that 1 second. So the 24 and the 14 can combine to 10. So it's 7m, oh, and then add 4n. So 7n minus 4n plus 10 equals 0. So I added 4n to both sides. I subtracted 14 from both sides. And then this one's going to be negative bm plus 8n, because I'm adding 8n, minus 20 equals 0. Wait a minute. Infinitely many solutions. Oh, because we got two values. M and N. Got it. So negative b. So for what value b? So, yeah, but this doesn't make sense because, oh, got it. Got to divide everything by 2. Got to divide everything. Okay, it almost looks identical. So divide everything by negative 2. Now it makes more sense. So then it's b over 2m minus 4n plus 10 equals 0. So now they're lined up. You see the negative 4n, 10, because they have to be equivalent. And then that means that b has to be 14, because 14 over 2 right here has to match up with 7. So this is 14. So this is a pretty difficult question, to be honest. And this is more difficult than what you'll usually see on the SAT when they say like, hey, all real numbers or, infinite solutions. But now if I plug in 14, let's just for fun, negative 14m plus 2n equals 20 minus 6n. That's the bottom one. And then if I probably multiply the top by negative 2, well, I'm not going to do it. I think it's going to take too long. But it's basically this. Multiply the top one by negative 2. Then you do get negative 14m. You get 16n and 8n. Yeah, and that will become 8n. And then that will be 10, and that will be 20. So it's going to all match up nicely. All right. Let's go for it. Let's submit. Let's see if we got them all. Obviously, I'm taking these for the first time, so there's always a chance, but we got them. All right, sweet. Awesome. Okay, do you know how the math for the digital SAT will be? So, no, I do not, but that information I think is going to be coming out in the fall, and as soon as it comes out, I'm going to be making tons and tons of videos on all of that stuff for the new SAT. Your SAT is on May 7th. Good luck. This is my first time watching you. What's up, Suchir? Well, welcome. Welcome. Good to have you. We'll do more scheduled ones so you guys can have more notice on how to jump on the live streams. I know a lot of people like to join when they're live as well as watch the replays. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I just want to jump in, make a video, say hello, not be, this is almost a full week it is a full week actually, since I've been on YouTube on this main channel. So just want to say hi and do one of these. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for the likes. Subscribe if you want to see